I love Undertale's music, you love Undertale's music, we all love Undertale's music, and if you don't like Undertale's music, then I feel like you should. It's pretty good. I'm not going to force you to like it, but it's pretty good. When people think of Undertale, they often think of the story, the unique battle system, the characters, but one aspect that I don't see many people talk about anymore is its music. Now, I'm not saying Undertale's music is overlooked by any means. Most of the OST has over 1 million views on YouTube. Hell, even the song Long Elevator has nearly 3 million views. A song about an elevator that's 20 seconds long that I wouldn't even really call a song. It's like a sound effect of an elevator for 20 seconds has nearly 3 million views. It isn't even a song. It's just an elevator sound effect. This should show you how much people are dying to hear all the music Toby Fox has to offer. Anyways, Undertale is my favorite game of all time, and I doubt anything will ever change that. And while I love Undertale for everything it has to offer, character, story, my favorite part of Undertale is its music. So today I want to go over not the entirety of Undertale's soundtrack, but a select few tracks and talk about their impact and how they make Undertale what it is. Without further ado, grab your special attacks and let's take a trip to the Bone Zone. This was quite possibly the worst transition sentence I could have ever used. Once Upon a Time. This is the song that starts it all. The first song you hear while seeing the story of how the human fell into Mount Ebon in the year 2023. The story of how the human got COVID and died. Oh, wrong story? My bad. The story of how a human fell into a giant hole and how this action would embark you on what is the greatest adventure you will ever experience. Now, while this song is a great opening theme, it is so much more than that. Once Upon a Time is a song that you will be hearing a lot, as it is repeated in multiple songs in Undertale. This musical term is called a leitmotif, and it's one of my favorite things to do with music. When a rhythm is repeated to evoke certain emotion and make you feel something you previously felt before. Undertale strikes gold with this, especially with Once Upon a Time. A few songs where you hear it repeated are Home, the theme that plays when you make it to, well, what is your home for a little bit? Toriel's house. It is significant that Once Upon a Time plays here because of how safe this area makes you feel. Think about it. Upon starting the game, you feel a sense of relief, like it's something new, much like you feel when you reach home. It's new, it's refreshing, it's safe. Another instance where Once Upon a Time is used is in Hopes and Dreams, the final boss fight. Name a more fitting way to bring it full circle. Hopes and Dreams is essentially Once Upon a Time but remixed into a more hard rock theme. This is perfect. By playing the first ever song you hear, some sort of nostalgic emotion is emitted via the music. It made me think, man, in the past few days I played, I already made all these memories, meaning Toriel Sands, doing Papyrus's puzzles, running away from Undyne, answering Megaton's questions, and so many other memories that were fondly made. Listening to Hopes and Dreams and realizing that Once Upon a Time is the main melody just does something different. Imagine it this way. Yes, you can listen to Hopes and Dreams normally and enjoy it. You can like it. No problem with that. But once you realize that Once Upon a Time is the meat and potatoes of Hopes and Dreams, you appreciate it on a whole nother level. It's almost unreal. Leitmotifs are an important part of Undertale, and the next song is even more proof of that. Whose theme? It's his theme. Who is he? Well, for sure not you, fucking loser. His theme first officially plays when the player is met with a stone statue with rain pouring down on it. Upon placing an umbrella on the statue, his theme will begin to play. For context, his theme is Azrael Dreamer's theme, son of Toriel and Asgore Dreamer. He is one of the most important characters in Undertale. More on that in a bit. After his theme begins to play from the statue, you are given a set of inputs that you can then play on a piano located in a separate room. You will end up playing his theme, and then some Toby Fox shit happens that isn't important to the subject at hand. Okay, fine. You want to know what happens? Play a song. Room opens. See mysterious artifact. Funny dog takes artifact. Bark bark. The game carries on. Like I said, nothing to do with the subject at hand, but it is a neat Easter egg. Anywho, this moment is important because later on in that same area, Waterfall, after Undyne cuts down a bridge and sends you fall into what should certainly be your death for, the second time during your adventure, you are knocked out. and greeted with a memory, or rather a vision. I don't know, Toby's weird. During this vision, we get to hear Azrael for the first time. During this vision, Azrael says, "It sounds like it came from over here. Oh, you've fallen down, haven't you?" Huh? That's a nice name. My name is ... and then it cuts off. All while this is being said, a rendition of his theme plays. Now, this would be a good time to explain the importance of Azrael. Azrael, as I mentioned, is the son of Toriel and Asgore. One day, a human named Kara fell into the underground and was greeted and essentially rescued by Azrael. Toriel and Asgore treated Kara as their own child, until one day, Kara fell deathly ill and passed away. However, Kara had one final wish before she died, and that was to see the golden flowers of her village one last time. And so, using all of his power, Azrael destroyed the barrier and made his way to the surface, and with Kara in his arms, he found the village and a patch of golden flowers and laid the human there. However, the humans of the village thought that Azrael had killed the human, so using everything they had, they attacked him. Azrael had the ability to destroy them all, but he didn't fight back. He stumbled back to Toriel and Asgore and collapsed in front of them as his dust spread into the air. Yeah, pretty serious stuff. Now you might wonder, Hunter, you've explained all that, but what does it have to do with his theme? Well, let me explain. His theme is a song that's locked in your brain and what you associate with Azrael. To further understand this, let's take a look at the next song I have. Yes, the name of the song is UnderTale, and I will happily explain why. UnderTale plays when you make it to the final area of the game, the new home, or Asgore's home. UnderTale is called UnderTale because it is the theme of the game. Literally, this is where you learn the entire story that I just explained. It's not only the main theme of the game, but it's literally the theme of the game. It teaches you that even after death, you can make someone's final wish come true, and you can do it peacefully, even if you're on your last legs and can't go further. Do what's right. Further beyond that, guess what two songs combined make this song? Once Upon a Time and His Theme. Two of the most important songs of Undertale combined to make the most important song of Undertale. Why do I say this? Because Once Upon a Time is the first song you hear during your playthrough, and then hearing it again after all this time, it brings you back to where you started. It reminds you that you've made it this far. And His Theme, of course, Azrael's theme, it plays here to give you the same effect. Although we hear His Theme a bit more recently during Waterfall, it all connects here from when we hear it during the vision/memory. To bring this even further, Undertale is the only song in Undertale that uses real instruments. All other songs are made digitally. Now, why am I even mentioning this? Because this is the part of the game where you learn everything, the part that feels the most real. Now, as I mentioned earlier, His Theme is a core song, as I call it. Basically, a song that's locked in your brain and allows you to associate a character with that song when you hear even just a snippet of it. In this case, it's Azrael. And this is important because Undertale, the song, starts off with His Theme, and then begins to explain who Azrael is. It's at this point that we are given the name of Azrael and realize, whoa, that's probably what they were talking about in Waterfall. Thanks to His Theme playing during that vision at Waterfall, and now it playing here, you can now put the pieces together and figure out that they were in fact referencing Azrael. Man, music is crazy, huh? Now, there are of course other instances where leitmotifs are used in Undertale. They're everywhere. I mean, damn, the soundtrack probably has like 7 original songs, while the rest are leitmotifs and renditions of each other. Another medium and core. Ruins and Waterfall. Showtime and Death by Glamour. list goes on and on. But if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's that music is important to not just a game, but anything. Yes, all other aspects are important to a game like Undertale, but music is what makes it. Without music, it wouldn't have the same impact it had on all of us. People have produced so many remixes, Friday Night Funkin' songs, hell, even symphonies with at least like 2 musicians. No, but for real, music is beyond important to an impactful video game. Some games you don't even notice, but music impacts it more than you know, such as the hallway ambience in Five Nights at Freddy's. To end this video, I would like to take a quote from Undertale. At the beginning of the game, in Toral's house, if you look into the mirror and interact with it, it says, "It's you." At the end of the game, in Asgore's house where Undertale the song plays, if you now interact with the mirror, it says, "Despite everything, it's still you." This brings the realism factor of this song to life and shows that even though your adventure has been tough, you've made it, you've really done it, and you've remained you. Unless, of course, you did the genocide route, which, speaking of the genocide route, of course I have to mention Megalovania. You really expect me to make a video about Undertale's music and not mention Megalovania? Allow me to nerd out about it for a minute because, okay, let me calm down. This song started off as a song for the final boss in a Halloween hack for the game that inspired Undertale, Earthbound. Now, I would like for you to remember that this final boss uses the phrase TLDR, eat shit faggots. It was then of course brought over to Undertale, and then to Super Smash Bros. No Time to Be Calm. A song from a hack of a Nintendo game where the final boss calls the characters faggots and tells them to eat shit made into Super fucking Smash Brothers. This proves that anything is possible. I'm gonna go crazy.